Okay, so let's try whether this VPC peering works. So I'm going to launch a EC2 instance. Okay, I'm going to launch an EC2 instance here. Okay, I'm going to use Ubuntu, ARM. Right, I'm going to use T4G Micro. I would say, alright, I'm going to use this PC. I'm going to use subnet 1A. Okay, auto assign public IP, alright. Okay, next. Just going to use the default storage, but going to use GB3. This is a better and more cost-effective version. And for the name, I will test peering. Okay, now we can configure a security group, and in this case I will just use the default security group. Then I will review and then launch this instance. Then I set the key pair. Usually you will already have a key pair, but this time I'm going to create a new key pair. Then I will launch the instance. All right. So I'm going to go to this instance, then I'm going to connect to this instance using the SSH client. Okay, I'm just going to use the EC2 Instance Connect here. So this is the easiest way to connect using only your web browser. Okay, I need to configure this first. So it seems that the default security group is not allowing access. Okay, so it seems to set up the EC2 Instance Connect that we have to allow inbound SSH traffic from the recommended IP block published for the service. So there are several IP addresses here, but right now I'm going to allow SSH access to from anywhere. Okay, so I'm going to create a new security group to allow access. So this is public, and then the inbound will be for SSH traffic from anywhere. All right. Okay, and then I'm going to change that so that it can use this new security group. Oops. Okay, security change. I need to add this one, then save it. Now I should be able to connect to this instance. Okay, so now I am connected to this instance from the Lovia VPC. So what I'm going to do is I want to run or install nginx. And at this point, is there a crawl here? Yep. At this point, I should be able to crawl to localhost. And then I can see that, all right, thank you for using nginx. Now, this IP address cannot be accessed publicly. So for example, if I go here to this address, then it cannot connect, because although this is a public IP address, but it is not, I do not configure the security group to allow port 80. Okay, and especially if I use the private IP, then it's not going to be possible. Okay, so in the next part, I will connect to this instance from the other VPC using private IP address.